American McGee has once again created a chaotic and wonderfully sinister version of Lewis Carroll's Wonderland. Similar to its predecessor, Alice Madness Returns harbors a fantastically unique vision of gameplay, both stunning and deceptive. Alice Madness Returns combines weapon-based fighting of third-person action games with a hint of survival horror. Various weapons such as a pepper grinder, hobby horse, teapot cannon, clockwork bombs, and the famous Vorpal blade can be found and used throughout Alice's experience in Wonderland. Combat itself is engaging and constantly changes with new enemies appearing during each chapter of the game. Each enemy poses a new threat to Alice and the player must find a new strategy to defeat them. To help even more with combat, each of the weapons you gather can be upgraded multiple times by collecting teeth scattered all over numerous areas. With the upgrades, each weapon can become more powerful and also changes its look as well as the graphical color coming out of it and the sound coming from it. There are 6 chapters in the game, most of which take place in McGee's version of Wonderland. Each chapter gives you a different slice of the world and puts Alice in very dynamic and changing settings. Each area in Wonderland has a mind of its own and presents a wide range of various environments and cultures. The game features many cutscenes which are presented by a child's storybook cutout and follow the story of the original Alice game. These storybook cutouts create a new look and feel to the realm of Alice and allow the player to really get the feel that the story is about a young, troubled youth. Alice is able to attack, dodge, jump, double jump, shrink, float, and hover to explore every nook and cranny Wonderland has to offer. The goal in the game is to retrieve all of Alice's memories, which can be found in somewhat secret places in each world she visits. In fact, Alice searches for all sorts of collectibles like glass bottles and pig snouts. The pig snouts, which are filled with pepper, show the player a secret lift or present the player with a nice goodie basket. Each chapter in Alice's story gives the player a whole new world to explore, so there's always something new. These areas range from a flower-filled valley, industrial factory, underwater city, an Asian tranquility area, to a castle built entirely of playing cards in the sky. All these areas give the player a new feel to Wonderland and immerse Alice in all new places and force her to adapt. The gameplay doesn't stop there, however. There are many different puzzles and actions to explore while trying to recolor Alice's memories. This includes going from a 3-dimensional world to a 2-dimensional side-scrolling scene, block picture puzzles, pulling levers and knobs, sliding down tricky curvy slides, and shrinking into secret keyholes throughout the levels. Wonderland's visuals are nothing less than amazing. However, there are some factors that make the graphics somewhat flawed. Many areas in Alice Madness Returns have similar looking textures, which sometimes take a while to load. These textures can mostly be found on the rocks and trees throughout different chapters. Another slight flaw is that there are many invisible walls in various levels in which the player cannot cross. However, for me, these invisible walls can actually be of help to the player. Many levels in Wonderland are quite hard to navigate, and with the help of some invisible walls, players can narrow down where exactly they need to go to truly progress. From the Alice theme to the creepy yet stunning song in the Queen's Castle, the music throughout the game fits the environment and adds much desire to gameplay. The voices and sound effects in the game are also quite fitting. Even Alice's voice is calm, yet somewhat alert, so that the player can come to love her.
You're not an impresario, you're a killer! The mastermind of a criminal enterprise!
The Cheshire Cat's voice is low, and more sinister, which makes him a great speaker to be your guide throughout the game.
Abandon that hope. A new law rings in this Wonderland, and it seems very rough justice all round.
The creature's sounds are also menacing, and yet somewhat pleasant to hear. From grunting to eerie clanks, the monsters have sounds to both frighten and engage the player. Alice Madness Returns holds a world full of secrets, collectibles, and wondrous areas of delight to explore. The compelling storyline as well as cherished characters make Madness Returns an excellent sequel to the first. Alice shares a whole new world of different gameplays and puzzles, which both astonish and create a feeling of horror. Overall, the game ranks highly with a sharp 8 out of 10 stars, deserving of its wonderful creativity. Alice Madness Returns for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC is rated M for mature.